trying to find where my feet are listed.
Probably at the bottom of your leg.
Oh, God. I couldn't get it out. Down! Well, we stand here in a row, looking like a bunch of heroes. I know that deep inside, nothing more but a bunch of zeros.
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 17 of Bards and Nobles, where we drink non-regular beer and roll metal dice. I'm Brian the Dungeon Master, and tonight I'm joined by...
He's not here.
No, then you go.
Oh, yeah. I'm Blake Harrison. I'll be playing Kibe Takashigani, the samurai crabman fighter guy.
Fightier.
Fighty guy.
Fightier than the last guy.
Fightier than before.
I am fightier than before.
Nothing's mightier than the fightier.
Oh, God.
Good night, everybody.
Charles Nelson playing Max Stormblade, the human paladin.
And I am Anthony Boyd, and I will be playing Grit Scroondale, the half-drow rogue. Now on to my good friend.
My name's Trey O'Neill. I'll be playing Flint McShrimpton. He is a druid, and he is a dwarf.
A dork.
I'm a dork. He's a dwarf.
And I am Andrew Danon. I will be playing Elon Musket.
Get your name.
I forgot what my name was. Artificer Gunsmith Warforged. Dude, robot thing.
Okay, let's do a short recap so we can catch everyone up and jump into the episode. Blake?
You want to tell him where Aaron is?
Oh, he's
We
not
sold him.
here making a shady backdoor deal somewhere. I don't know.
Craigslist. Something about a
Old
couch.
backdoor deal. Best of all the deals.
Yeah.
Last time on Bards and Nobles. Let's see. You said short, so we'll make this super short. Purple Dragon.
Off to a great start. That's it?
That was too
We're
short?
good? No, yeah.
That's what she said?
I said Purple Dragon.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that everyone caught
All
up?
right,
Everyone
fine.
good to go?
You should have listened to the last episode, but since you didn't, we got a tilty room that was full of treasure. Shrimp tried to kill us in the tilty room with his dwarven greed.
Whoa.
He's not wrong.
Racist.
Then,
Yet somehow accurate.
Mr. Grits decided to run off with us, so his punishment was to be set ablaze in the web room.
That is not what happened.
Then we encountered a door that had a face on it, and we cunningly tricked it into saying the magic
We
word.
insulted it until it gave up.
No, we completely tricked the DM into saying the magic word. He was dumbfounded and befuddled, and he looked like a fool.
Oh, someone dies today.
Crabman dies
And
first.
Crabman lives forever. Happily ever after. All right, and then we got into this giant room that was full of some sort of magical artifacts, so we're not 100% sure what they do. And then beyond that was Purple Dragon. Not to be confused with Purple Rain.
Rest in peace.
We still might see some. What's up?
I said rest in peace.
Okay, so yeah, that's where the group finds themselves. They just exited the double doors of the tower that you're in, and you find yourself along the ground floor of a massive, massive cavern. Overhead, you see being contained by just what looks like some type of bubble, the bottom of the lake that you guys had ventured into. And in this massive cavern, the rocks on the walls are sort of almost bioluminescent, just casting off this glow coming from the massive, huge upper torso of this purple dragon that you see suspended, not just against the cavern wall opposite from where you guys came, but almost jutting out of it as well, with a massive chain around his neck, essentially pulling him taut. His head easily encompassing.
What'd you teach him?
What? Oh my god! All right.
And then Shrimp died. We don't know why.
So he calls a voice calls out to all of you right before you enter the cavern. He says, "Welcome to this place." And last time you guys all headed out, right?
Yeah.
All right. As you enter the massive cavern, you know it's underground, and there's a cool, almost not quite breeze, but the air is very light and cool down there. It doesn't stink, but there's a certain dampness to the air.
Moist.
You are definitely far, far underground at this point. And it just kind of looks down at you, the massive dragon. And his breathing labored as the part of its exposed chest that you can see, rises and falls slowly. And it says to you, one second, I got a voice for this.
All right.
Welcome to this place. Before you speak, know that your time, as fleeting as it may be, far outweighs how much of it we all have left. I have been waiting for this moment. Knowledge is power, and I've spent a millennia hoarding it. I shall grant each one of you one answer to one question. The time of the Sun King has come to an end, and I may finally rest. What do you ask of me? And it just stares down at you. This giant black eyes. Each eye easily 4 to 5 times the size of any one of you. And it just peers at all of you collectively from above.
I message to everybody. I was like, anybody else just pee a little bit?
No.
I really hope he doesn't answer that question.
Yes, they all did. No,
Damn it.
Well, shit. All right, guys, I'm going to go sit in the other room.
if I ask him, who is your daddy? Someone has to ask him, and what does he do? That'll be worth it.
I don't think it will be. All right, guys.
You look up, and after you say that, you see him kind of close his eyes and roll, and he does like a short eye roll. Breathes, exhales, and looks back down at you.
He just mutters to himself, God, I wish this would end already.
Interesting.
I think I've got a question, guys. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
His voice booms. No.
3. Question 1 used.
All right, I'm gonna go ask my question.
All right.
I bow very nicely, a fancy bow, almost as if I had been in the presence of Jean Herdesperdon or whatever that fish.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, I think is how you say it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, great, powerful dragon. I have my question.
He stares at you unflinchingly.
What is the connection between the red right hand and the void?
He looks at you for a few seconds, unblinking, and then he says, "The Council of the Void. See the truth in the void. They are everywhere. They are anyone who remembers the truth. As far as the red right hand, I do not know. But I do know that the void has reached every level in every city and can be found anywhere you seek them."
All right,
Interesting.
my question's up. Thank you, Dragon. Would you like me to give you a healing word? I'm trying to loose those bonds for you or anything like
That's the
that.
second question. You can't answer that, Dragon.
He doesn't respond to you.
Cool. And I mosey him back to the group and was like, well, guys, that was my question.
We got more information than I thought we would. They're just gonna be like, there's not one.
Joke on it.
Or maybe there is. All right, I guess we should ask him about the Sun King.
I
does
can ask
seem-
him about the Sun King.
He does seem pretty straightforward.
Yeah. All right. Game on, Crabman.
Oh, purple dragon of majesty. Purple mountains majesty, if you will. It's getting weird quick.
I don't think you will.
You don't think I'll get weird with him?
Again, he seems unwavered. In fact, just his complete stillness, it's almost easy for a second to mistake him as a living creature. He looks, or mistake him for a non-living creature. He almost looks like he's a part of the mountain itself, like just the way he's staring at you guys down.
Oh, unwavering dragon, you mentioned the demise of the reign of the Sun King. Can you tell me what will bring about the demise of the Sun King's reign? Or era, if you will.
He says, "The Sun King protects his kingdom and his people. In exchange for his gifts, the people are blinded to the truth of their subjugation by his light. His light blocks out the void itself and can only shine so long before it succumbs to the darkness. The Starfather shall return and usher in a new age, and with his return, the end of the Sun King comes."
That's a badass name, dude. Starfather.
That's some deep shit, man.
Can I roll like a history or like a religion check to
Yeah,
see
do
if
we
I've
know anything
heard
about
any of this before?
Sure. Yeah.
Should we all do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know shit about shit.
I may know something.
4.
I got 17.
Which one is it? History or religion?
It'll be history.
Okay.
Is it pertaining to stone?
Nope.
I got
It still would have been shit. So.
I got 21.
I got a 9.
I got 17.
I got 6.
None of you have heard of the Starfather before.
He wins 21.
Nope.
Gee, that's some archaic stuff.
From before our time.
All right.
I should have asked him where I could have gotten the most badass rapier in the land. Just been selfish as shit.
I'm just going to ask him if I can have 2 questions.
No, you may not.
He's not a genie.
You, just
So-
gotta, you don't wish for more wishes. You wish for more genies. That's how you get around.
So you get a bunch of angry djinns after you.
All right, so I feel like we should potentially, I'm like doing this with my little mind crystal. We should probably ask him about
The Starfather.
the Starfather.
Where else can we find the void? Although I feel like he's gonna be super vague.
Well, he already
be.
said everywhere.
Yeah, but like some specifics.
Yeah, like
He said if we seek him out, we'll find. I think we should need to ask what our part is in this to play.
Maybe we should ask him what the truth is. I think he mentioned the
he
truth.
did mention
That is a
that.
good. That is a good one.
And then ask him if we can join him. Guys, we don't have to stay on this side of the law. I mean, I'm just saying.
It's true.
Might makes right.
Agreed.
We could still also ask the dragon if we want to who imprisoned him or
We could, well, we only have 2 questions left since Aaron's not here.
We have 3 left.
3.
3?
Yeah. Charles, me.
Oh, okay, sweet. So,
well, I mean Baron's there.
Can
He's not unconscious.
Baron ask a question?
You look over and you see Baron was looking up at the dragon, but it doesn't seem like his eyes are focused on anything. In fact, his eyes have begun to roll back in his head, almost like
Almost like he drank some shit he shouldn't have.
something's going on mentally with him, but he's completely unresponsive at this
Can I
point.
pickpocket him?
I mean, Crabman's up talking to the dragon, so now's your chance.
Yeah, I'm not looking. I'm
All right.
If you want to.
All right, we need to ask him. We need to ask him who the Starfather is. We need to ask him where else we can find the
Little sleight of
void.
hand?
No, we need to ask him if anyone in the King's Council is
16.
part of the
16.
void.
Wait, what if
All
we
right.
just ask him, how can we stop the void?
As you go over, and
He's gonna be like, "You
kind of slip behind.
cads."
As soon as
It
he
was
walks
written in the
forward to talk to
stars
dragon,
many years
you step back.
ago.
You step up next to Baron, And as soon as you reach towards him, you see the flash of the dragon's face in your mind. And immediately your body just goes completely rigid. And everyone notices that point. He just like, and he makes this guttural noise. And you see he's just completely stunned and locked up at this point.
Boyd's good at traps.
Little did you know the DM was going to trap another player. All right. We need to know who the Starfather is. We need to know if anyone in the King's Council is part of the Void. Because the blindfold guy, he's a shady bastard. And a third question.
We should ask how we can stop the void.
I mean, we can ask that, but he's gonna be like, the Starfather's gonna kill all of you.
I mean, maybe the Starfather is the one we need to be back.
Should we ask what
than I initially anticipated?
Should we ask what the ultimate goal of the void is?
I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's to kill the Sun King.
Light.
I'm pretty sure it's to usher in the Starfather and in the Sun King.
Yeah.
I think that's.
I mean, Starfather sounds like he'd bring his own light. Better than the sun.
Plus, he's a black hole. I mean, technically, the sun is a star, so I feel like
the Starfather would be all super bright, bigger than a sun king.
He's so smart.
So smart.
Okay. You ask about the Starfather.
All right.
I'll ask if anyone in the King's Council is part of the Void, and we'll go murk them. And then, what do you want to ask him? What their ultimate plan is? I feel like the plan's pretty straightforward.
someone needs to ask if the dragon lies.
If the dragon lies, I feel like it'd be kind of a waste.
I mean, okay.
I gotta ask what our role is.
Either way, I'm gonna make a shirt out of this guy. But
The druid's gonna kill this majestic old dragon.
Yeah,
he's not an animal. He's a monstrosity or something. I don't know. I'm not very good at zoology for a druid.
Can you turn into it? That's all I need to know.
Yeah, can I turn into a dragon now that I've seen a dragon?
No. As you guys are going back and forth in your mind, you do notice subtly at first, but now it's happening more rapidly. Up his body, it's from the edges where it connects to the stone wall. His body looks like it's beginning to slowly crystallize and move forward.
Oh, we need to get the hell out of here. Okay, quick. Ask about the Starfather. Go, now.
Just ask who he
Am I
is.
still frozen?
Yeah, who's the Starfather?
After this next one, you'll get a Constitution save.
Okay.
I slowly approach the dragon a little bit.
No, quickly.
And I kneel.
Do it on a hop.
And I ask, who is the Starfather?
He looks down at you and he says, "The Starfather is the one true king, the true ruler and lord of this world, who brought us life. In his absence, the Sun King rose to power, but soon his return." And then he stops, and the crystals begin creeping up more, and you can tell he takes a more labored breath, and he says, "But soon his return will end this false kingdom." And that's it.
Is anyone on the King's Council part of the Void? Yell it out.
Okay. And you can tell. I'm sorry. Grits, give me a Constitution save. After Max's question,
6.
you can feel a slight tremble in the ground itself as the crystallizing, his body is metamorphosizing into this dark blackened amethyst. Although his scales were already gem-like in its appearance, it's losing luster and again hardening as the ground begins to tremble. And you can tell the ceiling of the cavern, which is the bubble, holding back the water, that's starting to bubble up irregularly and grow as well. What was your question again? And what did you roll?
I rolled a 6.
Okay, yeah, you are still completely still. You didn't notice anything that I just described because you are completely paralyzed right now. You've been stunned by some. No, you are technically incapacitated in every sense.
Oh, well, shit.
And incontinent.
Yeah, everything just came out. You asked what?
If anyone on the King's Council is part of the Void.
He tries to stretch his neck a little bit as it begins to creep up his chin, and hardens over, and he looks down at you, and he just says, "Yes."
I should ask who. Son of a bitch.
At this point, the trembling is getting more and more violent as the cavern dust and rocks begin to fall down. The water is bubbling downward. It's just growing and growing. Give me another Constitution save.
Even worse.
You better hope you float.
They all float down.
So
here.
I noticed they're still paralyzed, right?
Yeah, you do notice both Baron. At this point, Baron, he's kind of let out a breath, and he kind of holds on to Grits for a second to steady himself. But he looks tired, and he's just kind of regaining his wits.
And I just quickly ask, what's our role in the battle to come?
He says, "That is still to be determined. But know this, you are key. What you decide decides the fate for everyone. The side that you choose is the side," and his crystals begin coming over his face. And then he just says, "Well, the side will prevail." And finally, he completely crystallizes over, and the shaking is more and more violent at this point. The tower which you guys were a part that came out of at this point is starting to crumble and fall. Everything in the cavern is coming down.
Is the gold coming down?
It's all coming down a chute. Get the bag.
Kibe, give me a dexterity saving throw. Grits, give me another Constitution saving throw.
How close am I to Kibe? Within?
Oh, yeah, you guys are all standing next to each other.
Okay, so you get +3 on your save.
Good. 9.
9. A sharp, searing pain of about 7 bludgeoning damage streaks across your right shoulder as a giant rock just comes crashing down and bounces off your chin.
Ouch.
10.
10? Still nothing. At this point, parts of the dragon are breaking off and shattering. The whole place it's coming down. To the north of the cavern, kind of behind where the dragon was, it looks like it continues that way, but it's kind of dark. You're not sure. But behind you, everything's coming down. What are you guys doing?
All right, I'm gonna run over to.
I thought that
Grits.
room we just came out was like a teleportation room or something.
That is true.
Yeah, but nothing was like turned on in there.
Mm-hmm.
I like we can go in there and die if you want. I'm going to go cast Dispel Magic on Grits.
Okay.
Let's see. The DC equals 10 plus the spells level.
Yep.
What do I do? Do I roll something?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see. Let me make sure.
I will never pickpocket anything ever.
do I roll and then add my
I'm
spell
done being
DC,
a
or-
rogue.
Oh,
guys.
no. You have to roll against the spell's DC.
Okay, all right.
So you have to roll
1 million.
You're screwed. Do I get my attack mod for spell? Or like intelligence?
No, I believe you get your proficiency
spell
mod.
mod.
Proficiency?
And then make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Okay.
So what's your spellcasting? Wisdom?
Yeah.
Yeah, so add that.
And my proficiency?
Not your proficiency.
Okay. 6.
You cast the spell and it fizzles as the magic that's currently got a hold of Grits is just way too powerful. In fact, you feel it completely push back against you and almost throw you back physically.
The dragon's just a giant jewel now, isn't he?
Can I
Essentially, yeah. A massive wall-sized chunk of this dark amethyst.
can I scoop Grits up?
Sure, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pick him up.
All right, you grab him and he's like frozen in place.
So we've decided that the safest route is through
We're gonna go through the
the dragon's maw.
Baron speaks up and he's like, "Ugh." You can tell he's tired and his breathing is still kind of ragged. He points in a direction and it looks like there's a passageway to the north.
All right.
Hey guys, I got my torch. And I start running that direction.
And I follow the door holding Grits. Patting him
As we
gently.
leave the room, do I see any, like, maybe any scales that might have fallen off of the dragon while he was there or anything? To pick up
Yeah,
as
there's
we're
a couple
running out?
pieces that have fallen off.
I'd like to try and pick some of those up as
you
we're
run
leaving.
by?
Yeah.
All right. Give me. You guys begin running, and then 1, 2, 3.
Just imagine your feet have like tank tracks.
My feet have vacuum cleaners in them.
Grits, not grits. I'm
In a
sorry.
Roomba.
Shrimp, Max, and Elon. Give me dexterity saving throws. Elon at disadvantage.
Okay.
You get +3, right?
Yep.
Yes.
21. Dexterity.
10.
10.
Oh, do we get the plus? We got the +3 from
Yeah.
him. All right, that's a 13 then.
Okay. And what did you roll?
21.
So you got 13 as well, or no? 10.
No, just 10.
Okay. Both Max and Elon, you guys take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as just different size rocks begin bludgeoning you. You guys are being pelted now at this point by stalactites and loose rocks. You are able to scoop up a piece of amethyst that fell down. It's about fist size of just
Okay.
irregular shape.
I'll just stick it in my bag and run like hell.
All right.
Do you have like a chest compartment like Bender?
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna picture him as now.
I'm just Bender.
Titanius Englewood,
All right.
the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
You guys are chugging along, dodging rocks that are falling. You can see behind you the tower is beginning to completely just come down, and water, the bubble is starting to break in certain parts as water is beginning to fill the cavern up. You make your way to this passageway, and it leads kind of up into the rock. Grits, give me another saving throw or Constitution saving throw. Yeah.
Let's use a different die this time and see how that works out. That is a Constitution 14.
14. Okay. You feel your muscles loosen up, and then you realize what's happening as you find yourself being carried by Kibe. Everybody, give me a dexterity check as you're trying to make your way up these irregular, unnatural steps, but still kind of carved into the stone pathway.
Do I need to do anything special because I'm being carried?
No. You roll a disadvantage though.
Nah,
Kibe.
dang it.
Drop him.
So you said check, not
Check,
saving
not
throw.
saving throw.
Got it.
16.
This is for trying to.
Because I
book
go
it
from
out
a
of there.
rigid person to just limp.
Can you look at this?
What is it?
That's on edge.
Oh,
on
reroll
edge.
it then. Yeah.
I don't understand how that is
14
impossible.
for me.
Okay.
16.
20.
Wait, do we get your bonus?
No.
14.
That's why he did a check
Okay.
this time instead of saying.
Max, just even though you're covered in full plate, you're sprinting, your adrenaline's pumping. You duck first into this passageway. It's kind of, it's not very wide. It's maybe 7-8 feet across, but it's out of the main cavern itself. And then everyone just follows suit. I think it was the order was Shrimp, and then Elon, and then Kibe. You're bringing up the rear with
old
Grits
Gritzy.
in tow. But as you guys push through, the rocks begin just crushing the entranceway that you just came into.
Where's Baron?
Oh,
Get crushed?
he you look around and he actually just barely made it through also. He dropped his hat and then grabbed it as the rocks came crushing down.
No,
Passageway.
my papa's hat.
But at this point, the passageway has been effectively sealed off.
Has like the cave-in stopped? Are we?
You hear it. You hear all kinds of stuff happening on the other side, and you feel the trembles in the walls beside you.
But it seems like what we're in is stable.
Yeah, where the passageway you're in is stable.
Nice.
All right, guys.
I guess we continue making our way.
Yeah, we can either try to dig that out or we can keep going this way.
I say we dig.
You heard the giant crab.
As I'm just laying there like limply in Kibe's arms, like, Kibe, you can put me down now.
I'm like, oh, hey, little buddy. thought you were stiff. I just pat him on the head and I set him down.
Only for a few minutes.
You've been poking me the whole run down that hall.
I bet. My adrenaline wore off. And I just got loose. What just happened?
There's a cave in. The dragon turned to a big rock.
Did we get the rest of our questions in?
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
Anything useful?
more or less.
All right, we'll talk about it when we get out of here.
Yeah,
And
we got more questions than we got answers.
as we walk down this hall, we fill him in on all the unanswered questions he had.
Gotcha. You guys continue walking. Passageway, it winds.
It dines.
As it leads away from the main cavern, some parts it gets really narrow, some parts it widens back out.
I'd like to cover myself in oil now. I think that's what elves are supposed to do.
You're half drow, so you're not
But
an elf.
this goes on for about 20 or 30 minutes. It just winds. It seems like a natural passageway. This wasn't carved out or anything. It looks like this was. It's just you're just following the natural curvature of the stones and the gaps in between and stuff.
Is there any moisture or anything? Is it moist?
It's getting drier. You're moving away from the moisture. It's the rock is still essentially the same, but every now and then you can see embedded in it. There's little tiny geodes of the same dark amethyst that you found basically from the dragon.
I'd like to
itself.
collect some of those if they're loose. I'm not gonna spend time
Okay.
digging them out.
No, this everything's just like kind of embedded still.
Okay.
And after about 30, 45 minutes, this whole time Baron's been he's been pretty quiet. He looks like he's just kind of mulling over things in his head. He seems out of it in a sort of way. And
It's almost like he's not present.
Just mentally checked out.
after about
Selling the
an
couch.
hour or so, you come into a dead end, and the wall in front of you looks just nondescript as like everything else around you.
Can I search for a secret lever?
It's going to be a
Investigation
wheel,
check.
and you're not going to see it. I'm going to look up and see if there's any, like, do I see a ceiling?
A natural ceiling is just
Okay.
Say investigation.
about, I don't know.
Like the top, like the inside of a cave. Like,
Yeah,
a
it's
dome.
like
Yeah.
it's about 8 or so feet high.
22.
22. On the wall itself, you don't find any levers, you don't find any hidden nooks or crannies. But just based on, you know what? Between you searching and then also you Shrimp, just with your knowledge of stone
All right.
and the way it works,
Should have been rolling for stone this whole time.
Dang it.
stone crafting or whatever.
Yeah.
You do notice in front of you, it looks like it's not solid. Like just the way the rocks are pointing, the way the formations are, it looks again not solid. I don't know.
Everybody, that looks like it's not solid.
Grab that, smash it down. It looks like in a video game, like, oh, I can bomb that wall. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
it's
so-
it's
like
a
the
little
wrong
lighter
color.
than everything else. It's got a small crack in it.
I
There's treasure behind that wall part.
Keybase smash.
walk up to it, I pull out my anchor, and then I just like tee off like I'm going to swing a golf club.
All right, as you
Into
take your anchor and rear back, collectively you all hear a scratching noise from on the other side of it, and then the scratching,
Turns into thumping.
more or less, it switches back and forth between scratching and thumping. And you still swing?
Oh, I'm swinging.
All right. Give me an attack roll with advantage. I mean, it's a
Well,
wall. You're
got
gonna hit
20
it.
on the first
It's just how
one,
hard you're
so-
going to hit it.
Oh, you nat 20.
So nat 20 on the first one.
Okay. He tees off on this wall with his massive anchor, and it just it explodes forward. And as you hit the wall and the rocks crumble beneath the mighty force of your blow, you hear a screech or a yelp from the other side.
There's a dog stuck on your anchor.
Dust and rocks and things fly. And you look down the passageway as it opens up. And it's this part. Oh, you have your torch out, right, Shrimp?
I do.
Okay.
Always.
As your light,
Even in broad daylight.
your light shines through the hole, and on its back, you see a large creature. Its upper half, a dark gray skin, white, raggedy long hair, pointed ears, and he's just kind of laying down. Its bottom half has a massive black thorax and 8 large legs coming off of it. And it whips his hair back, looks up, points, and it says, Aban, Ratsi, Nishimerha. Does anyone speak Undercommon? You speak Undercommon?
Yeah. I know. I know what this is.
Yeah, you recognize it instantly as a Drider.
Yeah.
I
get
turn
down
on my helm of understanding. So
All right.
I get down on all fours.
After it spoke, you still didn't understand it because you didn't
That's
turn it
fine.
on until afterwards.
I turned it on, now. in case
So,
I-
Gotcha.
so what did I hear him say?
You heard him say, Aban, Ratsi, attack. Everybody give me initiative.
Yay! My
Is he
favorite
prone?
part.
He is currently prone. You, with your natural 20, you blew him back.
Nice.
You wetted him back?
You know what you did.
Wow, I'm rolling like shit tonight.
I get on all
Welcome to the
fours
club, big guy.
and lean my little pincery mouth up to his ear, and I go,
No, he's still, I mean, he's a
I
good,
knocked him
like,
away. I thought he
10.
was scratching on the wall.
He was, but you
Oh.
rolled a 20 and blew him away from the wall. Also, you didn't quite knock a full man-sized hole through it. It's probably about 3 or 4 feet in its widest part in diameter.
So not even a crab manhole.
Nope.
So basically, you made a shooter's hole.
Nice.
Hooray!
That was my nickname in college. Shooter's hole.
Gross. How'd you get that?
All right, so who rolled
don't
25 through 20?
22.
All right. Ritz.
22.
And 15 through 20?
14.
That's not what I asked.
Oh. You're right.
Max has a 19.
Gotcha.
Of course he does.
It's close to what I was looking for. 10 through 15. Anybody?
Oh, 14.
Gotcha. Under 10?
3.
Wah, wah. 5.
Okay. So,
My nat 1.
Grits, instantly understanding and recognizing the type of creature that would have a voice like that, and looking down, you see the Drider on its back. It's prone for an 8-legged half creature. What are you doing?
Can I break out in front of Kibe?
Yeah.
Can I get through the hole?
Yes. It is pretty difficult terrain. 5 feet in front of it, navigating the hole, and then 5 feet after it as well.
All right, I just
So
want to get
it's about
like, through
15 feet of difficult
Just
terrain.
get through. Just get in front of
Okay.
like where I can just see the Drider.
Yeah, you blow past Kibe, climb through the hole. You see the Drider on its back, and then you see next to it one creature, kind of small, dog size, 4 legs, but the main body is a brain. And then you see another one on the wall, and they look primed and ready to attack.
I like kick my hood back, like let them see it's like, hey, I'm like you, and I tell them undercommon is like, we don't want to fight. We're just we busted through. Sorry for that. We don't want to fight. We're not looking for trouble. In undercommon.
Okay. So Kibe, you see Grits just blow past you, and then start speaking undercommon to this creature.
I immediately go, I think the drow's in cahoots.
even in his dazed I guess form, Baron looks over at you and he nudges you. Just give me a charisma check.
I told you.
Dang it. 9.
He looks up at you. Obviously, he's kind of taken aback that you speak his language, but then he spits at you. Anything else?
I was like, come on, man, let's not fight.
Max.
We don't have to
Shrimp
do
will be
this.
next.
All right. We don't need to do that.
All right.
the old crossbow.
So I looked through the hole,
Yeah.
and you said the one thing is still prone in there.
Yeah, the Drider itself.
All right. I'm going to use a bonus action to teleport.
For anyone that doesn't know, it just looks like this.
Ah, cool.
Oh, it's a spider thing.
Gross.
Gross.
I teleport to where it's at, so that I'm like right above it, and then I take 2 attacks.
Oh, snap. Okay.
They had those in EverQuest.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right
I
outside that
remember
big
everything.
like temple thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So
In Nectulos? The forest?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. Okay, Max, what are you doing?
do I get any?
You get advantage because it's prone.
Okay.
Grits, after it spits at you, and you're like, come on. You see bamfing
right.
into the room in his glorious, shining, full plate armor. Max
His
just
giant
appears above
weapon
it
out.
and holds his sword up.
I'm like, whoa, we don't have to kill. I can't stop him.
I mean, I saw
no.
it spit at you. That's the only reason I didn't stop. So that's a 26.
Yeah, it hits.
I told you you didn't want to do it, bro.
I mean, after what I said, if you'd hit grits, that would have been acceptable too.
At this point, you
And-
just don't know.
They both have white hair, dark skin.
13 damage,
Okay.
and then I take a second swipe at it.
All right.
And you said advantage, right?
Yep.
Good thing. And that one is an 11.
That does not hit.
So I'm just like acting too quickly, and I somehow miss it.
Yeah.
Kind of like the knife game between your fingers.
He's just real squirmy.
Yeah, but the one hit you do, it does a decent amount of damage. You see it cry out in pain, and then you also notice that it was already injured. Like, this one does not look fresh. It looked like he was already nursing a wound. The blood's already been dried and stuff like that.
All right.
Anything else?
That's it.
Shrimp.
How big is this hole?
About 3.5, 4 feet wide at its widest.
Is that big enough for a large beast to go through?
Not. It would probably have to spend its turn squeezing through, like working its way through. It's not going to be able to move through it like difficult terrain or anything.
Okay. All right. Guys, I just don't know. I'm going to turn into another animal right now. How many people are between me and Spider-Man, or the man spider?
You've got. You are relatively in the middle because you have the torch, or closer to the front. So at least Keybay's in front of you, and then on the other side of the hole is Grits, and then on the other side of the creature is Max. So you have Grits and Keybay each on a side of the passage.
Okay. I'm not going to shoot my crossbow through that.
Gotta thread that needle, man.
Let's see.
Don't fucking shoot me again.
Well, I mean, I just found out that I could miss something and then hit something else behind. Jeez. All right, I'm just going to jump through. I'm going to jump through the hole, and I'm going to hit this thing with my sword. Why not?
You ain't used it yet.
Yeah. Still got the like shrink wrap on it. Does a I don't even know. Does a 21 hit?
It does.
All right, sweet. For 8 damage.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 7 damage.
Gotcha. And what did you hit it with?
Scimitar.
Okay, you're slashing at it, and it's like it's reeling away from you. All its legs are flailing at once.
And then, as my bonus action, I'm going to turn into a saber-toothed tiger.
Okay.
Oh, that's perfect.
Seems like my best choice, right? Meow.
No.
What do you call a pile of cats? A mountain.
All right.
Sounds like it'd be catastrophic.
Oh,
It's
my
quite a
God.
catastrophe.
I need more
That was
monsters
what
in
I
here.
just said.
It's a different word.
The purple dragon shows up out of nowhere and smites us all.
As you guys are punning back and forth, the Drider stands up and he's
murders everybody.
visibly frustrated as he takes out his own rapier and begins stabbing at. First, he will stab at Shrimp for no reason in particular.
All these targets, but fuck you in particular.
Well, he is a
you can-
god dang tiger.
Well, I mean, he flailing about in frustration. He swings wildly and misses you. Your cat-like nimbleness is just too much for him. And then he makes an attack at Max, going for the easier, less mobile target. He rolls a 20.
I just yelled, bro, you don't have to keep fighting. Just stop.
I'm going to use my reaction to attack him again. For what? I have the sentinel feet.
Oh, if he attacks a...
Somebody that's, within 5 feet of me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let me resolve his attack, and then you can attack. So...
I'm just glad it's not me.
All right. It's going to be this in critical form. All right. You take 18 points of piercing damage.
Damn.
Ooh, I get -3.
Oh,
to-
damage reduction?
Yeah.
Okay. You take 15
that
points of...
A feet.
Damn it, I'm the only one who doesn't have a feet because I'm multi-classed.
You don't have any feet?
Which feet is that?
This is the last one. It's the one in the middle.
Trying to find where my feet are listed.
Probably at the bottom of your leg.
I was going to say,
tell.
I was going to say, look under your ankles.
God, the Drider is just easily scratching at his own face now. Yeah, you can see him contemplating jamming the sword into his own eye.
He just started stabbing himself.
We're going to pun something to death.
my next move is vicious
Heavy
mockery.
armor master.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, yeah, he stabs and it catches along one of the plates, deflecting some of the energy, but then it eventually finds a crease as he stabs forward and it pinches you in between. So that's his turn. And immediately, both of the four-legged walking brains that look like this.
Wait, do I get my attack?
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Go ahead, take your attack first.
21.
It hits.
All right. I'm going to claw the shit out of him.
Gotcha.
Meow.
Me?
Cat bite.
This cat's got claws. Sorry. 12 damage.
All right.
You're not sorry.
You swipe at him and you rip one of the legs clear off, just like,
Damn.
and he yells out, "Ah, that hurts!" Except he says that.
I understand Underdark now. Wait, do tigers speak Underdark?
No.
Oh, all right.
The brains
So-
speak.
Both of these four-legged brain creatures turn and face the other four-legged creature in the room, the tiger, and immediately attack.
They brain you to death.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence saving throw.
All right.
As the first one, you can see this beam of energy. It just cackles forward and latches onto the tiger. Not its whole body, but around his head. It's just like strikes out. This dark purplish lightning arcs through the air.
That is a 15.
15. Let's see. You feel almost as if the claws of the creature itself are sinking into your brain. It hurts for a second, but you're able to shake it off. And you
Shake
guys
it
see that lightning bolt kind of fade back as a second one whips out from the other one and attacks you.
19.
All right. You shake off the second one.
Make this big brain's my bitch.
And then they both kind of like back off in like a panic. And even though they don't have eyes, you kind of see them with their body motion kind of looking to the Drider to see or for some type of direction or anything. Kibe, your turn.
All right. How close am I to anything?
You're about 15 feet away, but you'd have to move through the hole. You'd have to make your way through the hole
Can
to
I
get there.
reach anything?
If you got, you could. You made it through.
Well, I'm going to go up.
It's just very, very difficult terrain.
I'm going to slowly approach through all this difficult terrain. The Drider.
All right.
Then when I reach him, I take my anchor and slam it into the ground. And as I'm pulling it up, a small bonsai tree forms.
Okay.
As you can see, the fighting spirit is within me.
Yo!
I didn't have that ready, but you got one from an Asian. So
The druid takes notice.
Yo! So got fighting spirit now. And just so you remember,
Uh-huh.
To remind the listeners at home.
resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. I can use that as a bonus action.
Okay.
And I also get advantage
Okay.
on attacks. So now we start swinging.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that was a long-winded explanation of what just happened, but it was awesome. And the first swing is gonna be
Dun, dun.
Need a calculator?
Apparently it's...
is it plus the proficiency bonus?
Yeah.
16.
That's your attack.
Yeah.
Do you get advantage or anything?
Oh yeah, I got advantage. Dang it!
For a fighting spirit?
Yes. Okay, it's still a 16.
All right. You go to swing your anchor, but you miss it. It steps out of the way. You took too long growing your bonsai tree, and it had time to prepare for the attack.
It was like, oh shit, I don't want to eat parts of that. Back on up.
In that case,
he
I
charging up his
swing
attack
again. And the second one is a nat 20. Yo.
You, using the momentum of your first miss, you swing the anchor around and come straight down, and it knows it doesn't have enough time to dodge out of the way of the second attack, so it brings up its arms to block, and you cave through them like paper. Crunch, crunch, and you lodge the tip of the anchor of one side just right into its chest as it brings him all the way down to the ground. And he just kind of twitches while impaled on your anchor, pinned to the ground.
I'd like to note that the bonsai tree has completely bloomed at this point. And cherry blossoms
fully erect.
are flying through the room.
Oh yeah, as soon as you impacted, everybody saw cherry blossoms just
Here's some wood clanking. Ting, 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 ting.
but yeah, the Drider is dead.
Nice.
You've completely crushed it. Broke both its arms and its sternum in one blow. It's blackish blood just kind of squirting everywhere, kind of squirts on you a little bit.
Ew.
I just put my anchor on my shoulder and point at the little brain guys.
All right, Elon. Grits will be next.
Finally. That's what happens when you roll a 3.
Yeah.
You have to take time to activate your helm.
I had to wait for that loading bar to finish. Don't get great service here in the tunnels.
God dang it, gotta update.
So I'm going to make my way through the hole.
Yeah. At this point, so many of you have run through it. It's widened a little bit.
I just gotta make it a little bit
So
wider.
it's a little easier for you.
Yeah.
It's like throwing a robot down a hallway.
And then I'm going to take my dagger out of my forearm.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to go and attack one of the brain things.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't roll.
There's one on the ground and there's one kind of up on the wall. Just walking there.
I'll attack the one on the wall.
Okay.
Nat 20.
All right.
Way to roll a nat 20 on my 1d4. Jeez. All right. 1.
Minimum damage on this.
So that's 4 damage.
4 damage.
Whopping. Wait, 5 damage.
Okay.
I got to add the 2 together.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You just throw an overhand right with your dagger jutting out of your fist and you stab right into it. Purple, sticky, viscous fluid kind of squirts out of the wound as you pull back, and it recoils from you, but it's still holding tight to the wall.
That's fine.
Anything else?
That's it. I just prep for the next attack.
Okay. Grits, what are you doing?
I walk over to the Drider and I take his rapier
Okay.
and I search him.
We're still in the middle of a fight.
All right, give me an investigation check.
We got this. It's fine.
Until the brain thing eats your soul.
No. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
He's a ginger. He doesn't have a soul.
My hair is white.
You dyed it.
Okay. 23.
Albinos definitely don't have souls.
Sorry to our albino listeners.
You've just been lumped in with you.
The only thing of value you find is a secondary dagger that had tied to a leather sheath with a leather strap around its back.
Cool. Did it have any like symbols or anything?
He wants to do an
It's got a
arcana
spider
check.
on it. Actually, it has specifically a religious symbol of Loth.
You gonna sit
Yeah,
on the
take
ground
that.
and open a book and look at it? We're still in combat.
Hey man.
He just walks away, starts sharpening it.
Are you done?
Yeah, no, you're done.
Hold on. I still have some stuff I can do.
Oh god.
He pulls out his almanac.
No, I mean that kind of took your action to do that.
Yeah, I have a bonus action.
And
You know what? I'm done.
Max,
I keep thinking vicious mockery is a bonus action.
you look over and as the fight continues on, you see Grits missing no opportunity to pilfer the body. But there are still two of these brain, four-legged, clawed creatures in the midst.
All right.
What you got?
You said one was on the wall and the other was where?
Yeah, one is on the wall. I mean, almost pinned to it as Elon just stabbed it with his fist knife.
All right.
And the other one is just kind of on the ground, kind of in between Kibe and you.
All right. I guess I'm within melee range of the one on the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just take 2 attacks at it.
Okay.
First attack, 18.
Yeah, it hits.
And that'll be 12 damage.
Oh, okay.
And then I take a second swipe at it. And that's a 12.
That barely hits, yeah.
And that'll do 10 damage.
Yeah, I mean it's enough. You bring your sword down, hacking at it, and on the second slash, you just embed your sword, and it goes over halfway through as it slumps to the ground. It's dead.
Hooray!
And then Shrimp, you're up.
This is your brain on
Which
drugs,
one's left? The one on the ground or the one on the
The
wall?
one on the wall is the one that's left.
All right. How far away from it am I? Or
You guys are all pretty close quarters. I don't know, about 10 feet-ish.
10 feet? Could I possibly move 10 feet directly away from it?
No, it's too crowded with people
All right.
there.
I was trying to get 20 feet
Yeah.
between me and it. All right, fine. I'm going to I guess walk on over there because I got plenty of movement speed. And I am going to I'm going to bite him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to bite the shit out
Bite
of
the
him.
brain.
Does a 19 hit.
Yeah. This large cat just begins walking up the wall and swipes at it, and then he takes a bite at it.
I would gently paw at it.
Rawr.
Rawr even. All right. 14.
Okay. That's your attack roll, or the no,
that was
the
the
damage.
damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Just pawing it, seeing how many calories you think are in it. It is my cheat day, though. Rawr.
All right. Anything else? That was a bite, right?
Yeah, it's a bite.
Yeah. You bit a pretty decent sized chunk out of the side of it as its blood starts kind of pouring down on you because it's hanging on the wall and you're right under it.
Yeah, it's going to take forever to lick off.
You're getting it all on your ears, your head, your fur, everywhere. Let's see then. Drider's turn. He's dead. Aban's dead. All right. Again, he lashes out at you with that purple arc of lightning from his brain to yours.
All right.
Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Nat 20. I take him over.
Mintok, the
Actually-
mind taker.
Actually, this time you've already felt you've already felt them attempt it twice now, and you overpower it so much so that there's this almost psychic feedback, and instead of just shrugging it off, you are able to reverse the damage.
Polarity?
You reverse the polarity of this arc as you just through sheer willpower, it kind of does this small little explosion, and the brain falls off the wall. It falls, hits you on the head, and rolls down your back, hits the ground, and it's dead.
Yeah. If I would talk shit, but I'm a cat right now.
It just starts batting the
And that's
brain
it.
around.
The hallway has now quieted down. Everything's come to a calm stillness.
Sweet.
You look around and you see the dead Drider on the ground, the two dead intellect devourers, and the passageway that you're in definitely looks carved out. It definitely looks like there's been a lot of foot traffic through here, and you see a couple carts off to the side. It looks like you found your way into a mine of sorts.
Ooh, I wonder if it could be the mine that we were supposed to go look at anyway.
Well, I mean, if there are Driders here, then that does not speak very well for what happened to the miners, because they probably got enslaved.
We can go free them or something.
Maybe they
All right.
turned them into the brain things.
Maybe.
No,
I go.
Can I do a history check? Like, how much do I know about the Driders and like what they would be doing down here?
Sure.
Like, since it's like my people.
As you begin to think about the history of the Driders, we'll go ahead and take a break right there.
Okay.
We'll have to end this episode. Yep. Yeah.
The level in EverQuest, the zone you were referring to, was the Dreadlands.
Dreadlands.
And these spider people were the arachnid. Well, this one is
Interesting.
arachnid web strander. If you remember, they were druids, so they kind of sucked. They all had like thorns and they'd root you.
Right. So, do we have any announcements today?
We got a new follower on Podbean. Mr. Stephen Williams 83.
Thanks, Steve Williams.
You could be a Mrs. I don't know. I don't know what you
I
identify.
don't want to assume.
Yeah.
There's more than two genders. I saw that on
So
a shirt.
we want to tell you guys about a social media contest we have. We are be on the lookout for on our Facebook page and our Instagram page for a post about winning a player's handbook and some dice. If you like, share, or comment on that post, you'll get an entry, and that's one entry for a like, one entry for a share, and one entry for a comment. So yeah.
Also, if you guys are going to be in the Birmingham area, Magic City Con is going to be held at the Hyatt, I think it is, over by the Galleria. Friday, the 30th, Saturday and Sunday, which are the days after that, obviously. Come and check us out at the table. Come meet us, hang out, ask questions, be a nerd, have fun.
And it's after that Magic City Con that we'll be doing the drawing to announce the contest winner.
Yep. So maybe if you, butter us up some, you might get an extra entry.
Especially old Kiba, he goes good with butter.
Yeah, he does.
And I live near there, so if you butter me up, I might take you home.
Whoa.
You promise?
That's the hidden grand prize.
That's the true prize.
Evening with Kube.
I don't know. Maybe it might happen. See you guys there.
We're a date with a crab man. We promise you'll go home with crabs.
Also, if you guys want, check the description of the episode below for a link to our Patreon account. If you want to give us some ducats to continue this fun stuff, that'd be awesome. Ducats. I haven't heard that word in a long time. I don't know why.
I always heard that if you can't duck it, fuck it.
And that's the episode. Thanks for listening, guys.
Leave a review, Leave a review.
Well, we stand here in a row, looking like a bunch of heroes. I know that deep inside, nothing more but a bunch of zeros. Ah!